let's go with their logic. By that same logic, what Metcalf did deserved what he got because Kamelo Anthony was acting in self-defense. But see, where they're coming from is Metcalf did nothing wrong. They're not acknowledging that Metcalf didn't anything wrong. Even when your objective say, they're both was in the wrong. I heard another blogger, Black American, was saying the same thing I was saying. They're both in the wrong. But to these people who want to see Kamelo Anthony just under the prison system, that's not good enough. That's not good enough saying they're both wrong. If you say they're both wrong, they're going to say you're justifying the actions of Kamelo Anthony, and you're not saying that. That's how they're taking it. They don't want to accept any accountability. They love going around saying who's a victim, who's playing the victim, as they're trying to paint Daniel Penny, Wittenhouse, and Metcalf as the victim. It's only okay if they do it. They can race bait and say they're speaking the truth. When somebody calls out racism, they're race baiting. I did a video on Nick Fuentes, who was literally blaming his skin color of why he can't get ahead as much as a person like a Jason Whitlock, who are in the alt-right space. Feels Jason Whitlock can get away with saying certain things because he's black. And he, as a white person, if he says the same things as Jason Whitlock is saying, it would be frowned upon. He was playing the victim. But know what I saw in the comment section? Nick Fuentes is speaking the truth. Let's go on. I can go on and on and on about this. Witnesses said he pushed the black kid. No hands were thrown. He was pushed, but no hands were thrown. Okay. He said, touch me again and see what happens. So he shoved him again and was murdered over it. This guy just literally made my point. He doesn't feel that a kid, according to him, Kamelo Anthony was pushed twice. And they said a scuffle happened, too. It was a little bit more than that. But they're leaving out stuff. It was a little bit more than that. Anthony was in a place he didn't belong or was wanted and was told to leave. He brought a knife to a school sporting event that wasn't allowed. I don't believe it was race motivated. No, it wasn't race motivated. I never said it was race motivated. See, they're missing the point. They're missing a point in I'm not saying this is race motivated. I'm saying there's double standards. And I use the example of the Metcalf and Kamelo Anthony situation to Wittenhouse and Daniel Penny. They're trying to say it's not race motivated. I never said it was race motivated. That's how they're taking it. See, talk like that keeps the country divided instead of unified as a country. But what people like yourself do is keep the people divided. Oh, I keep the country divided? Wow, I didn't know I had that much power. It was all about hate of black people. What? He was pushed so the white boy deserved to die. I never said that. Is that it? No. Mr. Anthony was at a place he shouldn't have been carrying a weapon to a high school sporting event. He shouldn't have had, causing trouble, knew it would. So his whole self-defense story is out the window. I saw where his father stand up in front of a crowd with words talking about black struggle and yes, race baiting. Black struggle is race baiting? Oh, I didn't know that. This isn't the 1920s or 1930s South anymore. It's 2025. No one's oppressed any longer. Reports were found that Neely did nothing to Penny. Newsflash, country is already divided, which it is. Now my question to you, why double standards when blacks do what whites do and the outcome is different? You people still can't address that topic. None of these people never address the topic. It's only race baiting when a black person's talking about race. He's right. So Mr. Peace and Harmony, is it race baiting when white podcasters talk about race? Do you make their statements in their comment section? No reply. Kamelo is a saint. Okay. Are you a black supremacist? Yes, I think you are. You asked me a question, you answered it for me. Who are you to counsel us? I'm not playing the woulda, coulda, shoulda BS. Okay, so let's go here. Why would you ask the question and answer it? Okay, let's skip past that. This guy says, 1 minute in you start calling people white supremacists. I started calling people white supremacists? No, I didn't, because I watched my videos over again. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I didn't call people white supremacists. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Let me see. This is a guy. This is a Karen right here. This is a Karen. Palmer Gary Palmer. When I first saw him, when I first looked at this picture, I thought it was a female. So what is the point of your video? If Kamelo Anthony has his day in court and is found guilty of manslaughter and second-degree murder, what will you say to that? Okay. Ooh, got me. Kamelo Anthony's going to do time in jail. Got me. I've already said he's probably going to do time. So, ooh, you got me. Will it be that he was only convicted because he was black? Or will you say, so these guys are not watching my videos. What they're doing is they're watching a few minutes of the videos and they're reading other people's comments and they're assuming that's what I'm doing. It's just making it like, oh, well, Kamelo Anthony, he's going to get served time because he's black. That's not what I said. I just said it's double standards. It's double standards. Wrong is wrong. But there is a double standards. But they're not watching the video. They're just responding to other comments. Because they're all saying the same thing. And it's not what I'm saying in the video. From what the stories so far tells, the young man brought a knife to a school track meet and used it to stab another young man to death. There's a little bit more than that. Was he provoked? Well, yeah. Yeah, he was. No one knows yet if he was his actions were his actions justified. This channel and others like it don't care about facts and evidence, only about race, and made up victimology. See, these just going on a rant. They're going on tangents without watching the video. They're literally just going on tangents. Saying stuff that I never even said. And this is me. If you don't know the purpose of this video, then what was the purpose of you commenting about a video that you don't know the purpose of? Thanks for answering my first question so clearly. Oh, and maybe rethink saying you're the objective voice of whatever I can point to. Now, I want you to catch what this guy does. Look at what he does. Look at what this guy does. And watch my comeback. I hope K.A. has his day in court and that the evidence is presented and the jury deliberates well on that evidence. Until then, he should be considered innocent until proven guilty. Let's be honest. Will that be the end of it for you? As if this is it for me. He said it as if Kamelo was going to be found guilty. Why would he say, let's be honest? Will that be the end of it for you? Okay. I'm not going to read your Karen novels, ma'am. I actually thought this was a female. You don't dictate what I answer from you when you can't answer double standards, when your race kills and murders and play victim. But thanks for the views and perspective. Because how they frame it, they're always the victim. If they attack somebody, harm somebody, and unalive somebody, they say, well, I did it because I was threatened. And this big, scary person was going to attack me. And then if it's the other way around, when they instigated it, they're the victim. Ha ha. Wow. What did he say? Pretty harsh, but I guess I should expect any less from someone as objective as you, with nothing to debate with but personal racist assaults. Where was the racist assault? Where did I say that was racist towards him? You see what I'm saying? The mentality? You see how he quickly started playing the victim. First, he was all this victimology, and you're on and on and on, and please stop with the race bait. Oh, what did he say? Please stop the total race bait clown show just to get likes. Oh, he was going on. As soon as I called him one word, I called him a Karen, and look how he acted. Racist assaults. Racist assaults? There was nothing racist I said towards this individual. And this is what I'm talking about. This white entitlement victim mentality. And they project it on other groups. They project it on other groups. So then he tells me some samples to read. Books from. So, Glory, all these guys. Yeah. He's in my comment section, responded to me on Easter, telling me I need to go read books. And this is my comment. Victim is you, sir. You're the only one constantly in my comments. I just kept calling him a Karen. Now this guy, I had to block him. Tito with the massive big head, or Tito Ortiz, massive cockhead, whatever his name is. He just kept repeating himself over and over again. I'm responding to him, and they're saying, you're not having an objective conversation. I am. I'm responding to you. And I'm responding to these people a little too much. And I had to tell myself, Nate, why are you arguing with people who have avatars and their name is Tito Ortiz, massive cockhead? Why are you arguing with people like this? Why are you arguing with people with avatars? Why are you arguing with people these people, you know how it is. It is what it is. They won't address any issues. They feel that Metcalf did absolutely nothing wrong. And it's sad because the young man lost his life. And this is not an attack towards him. This is not an attack towards his family, toward anybody. But we have to be honest. You gotta be accountable for our actions. But they don't want that to be noted. Because their whole talking point is, and I see across the board, is they're innocent, they're minding their own business, and they're attacked or something happened to them. I don't know why. I don't know why these people are doing this. Woe is me, so on and so forth. So guys, I can go on and on about this. Like I said, I addressed the comments. I'm not going to address every comments in all my videos, but these comments stood out. And that is what it is. Your boy Nate. You guys know my motto. Go out and be blessed. Be a blessing to others. I'm out.